big shout out to R&J's. Big special thanks from them, from the Aaron and Austin Show, for stepping up and being an official sponsor. We really love having them around.
Probably some of the best whiskey selection in town. Go check them out over there at Douglas and Hillside. Tell them Aaron and Austin sent you.
The Aaron and Austin Show is brought to you by Slow Coast Studios, Wichita's home for EPKs, live recording, podcasts, really any audio-visual stuff that you might need.
Get with PK Pest Management for all of your pest control needs, 316-305-7108. For any termite inspections or anything under the sun, we'll take care of any problem that you have.
Sacred Leaf is Wichita's favorite CBD store. They grow their own fields out in Colorado. They make a lot of their own products. Stop by, see Nikki, tell them Aaron and Austin sent you.
Get with JEllis Kitchen. They are turning Mondays into Taco Tuesdays over there at the Shamrock Pop-Up. We love everything that JEllis
It's like
is
a
doing.
Taco Tuesday pregame.
They got fried tacos that they do all the time.
With this really good like pineapple salsa.
Pineapple.
It's pretty fire. Like,
yeah, dude, it's fire. Make sure you get out to Diaper Jam 2024 this year. We moved locations. We're not at Champs this year. We're moving over to Bourbon Street. We're going to have a great time. We're on 420 this year. So come out. We're going to have vendors. There's going to be food. We're going to have tons of bands. There'll be plenty of people announced coming up. Make sure that you come out to Diaper Jam.
the Cowboy Inn is Wichita's favorite neighborhood bar. For a great patio, great service, great vibe, check out the Cowboy Inn just south of Central on St. Paul.
We'd like to welcome a new official sponsor, Whiskey Dicks. They just signed on. It's a great bar. Me and Aaron love it. We love to get our old fashions there. They got happy hour from 3 to 6 every day. So make sure you get out and support Whiskey Dicks, a new official sponsor of the Aaron and Austin Show.
The Aaron and Austin Show wants to give a huge shout out to Eddie at Wichita by EB. Go check out his podcast, The Editorial. Check out all the stuff he's doing for food trucks. He releases a list of where the food trucks are going to be. He releases a list of where the bands are going to be playing. Just an amazing dude. Go support him. Find Wichita by EB. Support him however you can. Out Detox has been helping Wichita detox for 15 years. They have a great selection of CBD products, mushroom gummies, kratom, kava, and even legal THC. Hit them up, www.alloutdetox.com, or give them a call, 316-554-7459. Be all in with All Out Detox.
Check out the Rusty Nail for everyday food and drink specials, especially Hammer Time, every day from 4 to 7, half-price drinks. And on Saturdays, we have some of the best live music in town.
Diaper Jam 2024, the biggest lake party in Kansas. We have Brantley Gilbert, Stone Temple Pilots, Demon Jones, Wheeler Walker Jr., Upchurch, and Joe D. Messina. So it's going to be a killer lineup. More to come. A bunch of locals popping up on there. There's a whole beach party stage. We haven't announced an act on.
Yeah, and then we've got just so much going on at that show. Make sure that you're going to be out there. It's July 19th and 20th this year out at Lake Afton. Get your tickets as early as you can. There's going to be more announcements, more people coming out. They're doing 2 stages this year. The Aaron and Austin Show is going to be in the VIP section, podcasting live at the lodge all weekend long. It's going to be a blast. There's going to be camping. There's going to be dad bod contests. There is going to be a car show.
Shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
Awesome.
Grooving song on that ad read.
Aaron and Austin, radio show. It's fucking awesome. If you like fun, then you know where to go. The Aaron and Austin Show.
Got a little extra black time help this time.
Episode
101. Hope everybody's headset and mic are working. We're good to go. What? What are you talking about? Right before? As always, special out to our official sponsors here at the Aaron and Austin Show. R&J's first and foremost for all the delicious booze we get every podcast day. Whiskey Dicks, we love you. And the Rusty Nail. Get over there. Both of them have great happy hours and great whiskey and drink selections. A bunch of good food at both places too.
Yeah. Hammer Time every day at Rusty Nail from 4 to 7.
Yep. And
Saturday live music.
Get with 42 Below. That's all our official sponsors, and we appreciate all.
Did you see that Tori made me some glass beads for my dreads
already?
Yeah, dude.
Nice.
I sent you the pictures of them.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, I missed that
Yeah,
shit.
you miss a lot.
All right, so here we are, episode
Has
1.
me blocked, I think.
Yeah, probably episode 101. 101. Mm-hmm. So check out all the episodes before this, which we've been doing this for a fucking hot minute. Obviously, we're getting into the hundreds
Yeah,
now.
watch 100 episodes before you watch this one.
Yeah, what-
Yeah, we all have an extra 100 hours to kill.
Yeah. Go back and watch every second of every episode. So whoever's going to talk in that mic, pull it in. But you guys go ahead and we got Witch Cradle in today. So go ahead and introduce yourself to everybody.
And get right up in that mic.
Oh, you got,
Make love to that bad boy.
I'm Nathan.
I'm Zane.
I'm Brian. I play guitar in Witch Cradle, and fuck Sum 41.
He's ready. He told me he was coming in hot.
Coming in hot.
Coming in hot today with it. All right, get there. First of all, what do they do in the band besides just their name? Because that's all they're giving you.
Well, Zane over here slaps the bass, one of the
the
best
bass.
in the city. Nathan slams on those drums,
Yeah.
and he's also one of the best in the city. So I'm very fortunate to.
And they're not in Sum 41, obviously. So what's the
No,
point?
because they're good.
they have talent and they don't suck. That's
41.
Yeah,
I
fuck
would,
them.
I mean, even if you hate Sum 41, I would be in that band. Sum 41, I am not mad at you. If you need,
what was
Some-
their song? Remind me.
dude, they got a few. I would have.
We suck and fuck us. And,
Yeah, I made out with my mom.
yeah. Well,
Oh no,
That's
that's
a-
a Trapped song.
yeah, that's
That
a
was Trapped
different
song.
band.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're right.
yeah,
You're right.
yeah,
That was
a lap
that was
dance.
a
So
Trapped.
why are we going?
1997.
Why are we
It's
going
on his
hard? At,
Wikipedia page.
why are we going hard at Sum 41 today?
Because, dude, fuck them. Well, okay, so
There's got to be a reason that lit this fire.
okay, so
Well, I hope it's not just
I was
misplaced
asking-
anger, you know?
Yeah, I was asking Justin Brown about some dates for barleycorns in the spring, and he mentioned 420. So
That was a good date.
he turned like everybody down that was asking for that 420 date. It's a Saturday and everything,
Mhm.
and he gave it to me because he said I want to give it to somebody who deserves it. So he gave it to me and he told me like what's going on in the Shamrock. I'm like, wow, okay, so this is actually a big thing, and he's entrusting me to book his 420 show. So I get a handful of like really good fucking bands. You know, you got us, you got Ether, you got Waze Oblique, and Dead Shoes, which is one of my personal favorites.
All
as
kick
well.
ass, hell yeah.
Mhm. So I'm all fucking happy with this shit, and like I got a little group chat going with one guy in each band, and then I get a fucking message, and it's a flyer, Sum 41, 420 at Wave.
They should-
Took the goddamn
Well, I
piss
was-
out of it.
Yeah, I wasn't even gonna take the piss out of it. We're doing Diaper Jam on 420.
Right, but that's a good show because there's no Sum 41 on it. You
No.
know,
Well, actually, they actually have agreed to come over and headline that Diaper Jam.
fuck Diaper Jam.
After they play barleycorns.
After they play Wave.
Yeah, if they play after us at Barleycorn.
Yeah, they're actually gonna headline all of the shows and shit on everybody's.
Yeah.
thing that they're doing.
Yeah, they're gonna come in and headline everyone's
Yeah,
shit
They have 15 shows that night. It's gonna be
just
crazy,
because
but-
I talk shit.
They're gonna do the Maroon 5 wedding thing. They're just gonna travel around in a car, ransacking the headlining spot for every
They're
show.
touring with Trapped, I think. Actually, it's gonna be an awesome.
And
show.
Grateful Dead. Yeah.
Brian loves the Grateful Dead.
God, Grateful Dead fucking sucks.
He's
Dude,
grateful.
they
for
still-
the
we
dead.
got into this.
I'm
last
grateful
time,
that they're dead.
and, and honestly, we got into this last time. I still agree. I'm with Brian on this one. They're cool dudes. They're cool dudes, man. But they're just, I mean, come on.
They're dead.
No one like. There's very few people rolling around in their car just jamming that shit. Like,
Oh no, there's a lot,
no, there's
but they're not necessarily cars. They're more like microbuses.
Mhm. And you know what they're doing, right?
Everybody knows.
It's a thing. It's a thing.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of blowing loads in your hand and eating it. So
like I said, you got
That was a segue.
like,
Yeah,
like I
yeah,
said, you
One
got to
way
go
to
back.
do
Well,
it.
that's
Like I
what
said,
great-
you got to go back and listen to every episode.
Yeah.
yeah, you gotta watch the Dead Fest episode. But so do you remember back in the day when there was a rumor about Marilyn Manson?
Yeah, about him removing his ribs. so he
Yeah,
could
about him
blow
removing
himself.
his ribs so he could suck his own dick.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that
So-
got around to the whole entire world without even the internet or social media, really.
I
Yeah.
know,
Yeah,
man.
that rumor's that old.
And there's
Yeah,
another one.
Whoever spread that rumor is my hero.
There's one other one that was always around. That the Richard Gere liked to have gerbils up his ass.
But okay, so what I was getting about is that's actually like getting your ribs removed to suck your own dick is like a real thing now.
Really?
Okay, dude, it's a whole trend. It's a whole fucking thing.
Marilyn Manson's rumor started a trend.
Yes, people are actually removing
was
their
probably-
ribs. It's a
okay,
real
nice.
surgical procedure. It's called a costectomy. I work for surgery, so I know. By the way, since I brought up that I work for surgery, quit putting strange shit in your ass. Okay, fucking stop. It's not funny. It's not cute.
Don't
Okay,
tell me how to
okay,
live.
okay.
Okay, so
That'll-
how many times a week do you have to deal with like
A
weird?
costectomy? Well, I don't work inside the OR. I manage the
Wait,
inventory.
there's a
But
there's a great Scrubs episode about what you're about talking about.
But
There's
pe-
an ass box. all the
yeah,
stuff
but
they
you got to
release.
hear me out on this shit. This is a real thing. It's a trend. Like people are removing their shit to suck their own dicks. Like there's no hand involved. There's just
Wow.
load straight to mouth. And like there's like a whole
Like, skip the
community.
middleman.
That's fucking commitment.
There's a whole fucking
And
community.
loneliness.
There's
And
like Facebook
loneliness.
groups.
That's lonely,
Dude,
too.
it's like a scene, dude. Like they have like rivalries and shit. Do you know what they call?
Rivalries. What do you mean?
It's a scene. That's the
Like
guys
they
that
race.
fucking
They
happens.
race for it.
Dude,
I mean, I don't know.
And they've named themselves. Do you know what they're called?
Oh God.
I mean, there's a lot of embarrassing things to get caught doing, but get caught sucking your own dick would be just a weird one.
Oh, they're proud of this. They're proud of this, and they've named themselves.
I mean, it's pretty much ultimate
Guys,
masturbation at that point, right?
I got to tell you what they're called.
Oh God, I'm scared.
Some 41 fans.
Zing!
Pow!
And he pulls it back. That's a great joke, everybody.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
how,
I guess
that's how 4 minutes.
I guess it only works for only works for the dudes, but the women might have to just fiddle their skittle for a little bit.
I heard a great joke the other day, man.
Okay, you gonna tell us it?
Yeah. All right. So, do you know the difference between wallpaper and toilet paper?
I'm ready.
Gross.
What?
People usually say no, like they know it's a joke.
Oh, you don't know? Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. That took me.
Are you gonna tell me?
Why is it gross?
No, that's the
I
answer.
wipe my ass directly on the wall.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, you don't know the difference between. Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're supposed to say no, like everybody does.
Well, I'm different. I'm a weird person. Sorry about that. Not the greatest punchline. I didn't set you up there with the
Thanks,
shit.
there, buddy.
I
Appreciate you.
pulled the air right out of that balloon.
Appreciate you. Yeah, that's great.
Put some lead in there.
Mr. Comedy over here.
I thought-
Yeah.
I thought it
Wow,
was
shit.
funny.
Most times I'm ready for the punchline. I didn't think that my setup. You needed my setup on that one. Didn't think it through. Didn't think it through on that one. My fault. So, give us a little history. Give us a little background that doesn't have some 41.
Fuck them.
Dude, let's just outsell their shows. We're gonna sell more diapers than the people are gonna go. To that
I
fucking
know
show.
you got a good
Some
show.
41 probably will
We
not
got a
raise
good
any
show.
diapers.
I did so.
Just saying.
I did so much fucking asking around for this 420 show that I know what almost every venue is doing because I asked these bands, like, I'm already playing here. I'm already playing here.
Yeah.
420 is going to be a night of fantastic local music fucking
Yeah.
everywhere, dude.
Dude, that's-
And if you're
A
going to
proper
go
holiday,
see
really.
some 41, a bunch of washed up people who are older than 41, then
What was
fuck
their
you.
song?
And really they
It was called Fat Lip because they
And
got
they were-
fat lips between there.
and they really don't have it. They don't really have any 420 condensation. Like they're not a. It's not like the Cottonmouth.
No, they're
Kings
like
or
pop
shit.
punk. They're not
Yeah.
even like
Just famous. That's
yeah,
it. They're
that's
just
it.
famous.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, I'd take a hit.
Just
That nobody
everybody
can
at that
do it.
concert, just waves of people just sucking their own dick.
Yeah, is that where they meet? Is where
This is the congregation. Yeah.
all the loose ribs in there.
Yeah.
That's a
It's
commitment.
really just the meeting
Mhm.
of the association
Mm.
of ribless people.
I know. I wonder if it's it's got a whole like a flag and everything. I'm sure they got meetings.
Sounds like
At that level of organization,
Yeah.
flag, what do you do?
Yeah, well, you got to have at least some kind of banner.
Mhm. You got to have something that sells, you know.
Well, we're up to a great start here at episode 101.
Yeah. We're bashing in nationally
Yeah, yeah.
beloved, a beloved national treasure. Sum 41. I've never been to a Sum 41.
Little do they know,
Oh,
that's actually
good,
our next
good.
live
Now I know
remote.
you have all of your ribs.
Well, we should try. We should try to get him on a remote call.
You would call?
Call him.
No, I'm talking about like trying to get with their tour manager.
If you know me well enough, I might try.
I mean, we landed one comedian. I feel like it's pretty simple.
Oh yeah, that was great.
Like I ain't gonna lie to you. Like most of these tour managers, Aaron kind of opened my eyes to is like, if you get a hold of them, you can fucking
And Wichita does a terrible job of it, man. Wichita has nothing for these guys coming through. You know, when these same bands roll through a place like Chicago or Boston or anywhere with an actual fucking scene, there's a restaurant that goes, I would like to feed them. I will pay them this much money to come to my restaurant and like spend some time there and let us take promo pictures of these guys eating at my restaurant.
Mhm.
And then
No, I mean,
when they're
you know what
bringing,
I'm saying?
they'll bring in a crowd. If like
Well,
insert name
it's
here is
promo,
at your
it's
restaurant,
promo,
people
right?
come in to see insert
So
name.
so
here.
we hit them up and we're just like, hey, we'd like to do some local promo for the Drew Lynch show.
yeah,
No
well,
problem, no
oh.
problem at all. Here you go. Let's make
well,
that happen.
That's great because because what you
You know?
said, there's so little of what like people can do.
Actual
here.
promo.
we don't
here.
have like a morning show. We don't have like a Todd and Tyler guys. Those guys are in LA. or
We
some
always
shit.
find out after the show that the show happened.
Right.
You know, it's always
Yeah.
like you scroll on Facebook and you're like, oh man, that sounds like a
I
fucking
would
amazing
like to
show.
think
Four
everything
days
coming out
ago.
last night. You know?
Yeah, the pictures look great. I wish I could have been there.
4 days ago. All
Yeah.
right. This is a
The
great algorithm.
January 16th.
Great algorithm here on this one. But yeah, so that was always one of the reasons we even started the show was to do that. And so now we're getting with the live shows and we're getting with the remote shows that we can actually do that a little bit more. So
Yeah.
So check out the new Sum 41 podcast coming.
Fuck Witch Cradle. Is what, they're just walking around saying that, you know.
We're just gonna have them both on
Yeah.
at the same time.
Brian St. Peterson will co-host that one with us.
Yeah, we'll just have them on at the same
We'll
time.
just talking shit to each other.
Be like, buddy, why'd you shit on our shows? And we can even talk shit too. We can
Because
be like,
fuck you.
we can be like, dude, you don't like kids? We're doing a diaper show. You're trying to steal diapers away
No
from
shit.
children.
I will hella print the fuck Witch Cradle shirt. So
Yeah, dude, that would sell more.
So Witch Cradle's been on a little bit of a. You guys took a little bit of a break, and you're storming back. You got a bunch of shows coming up.
Mhm.
But how Witch Cradle start? Who's the original behind all this? Who's
So that credit goes to Zane Rowland. So I'm gonna let him talk.
God, they gave me a microphone. So like the first time I saw Brian play guitar, he was like, the first time I saw Brian play guitar,
There
he
you
was
go,
like
love it.
19, and it was at
Barleycorn.
nope,
Oh,
nope, it was at the Eagles Lodge.
oh, I
shit.
was 15.
Hell yeah.
He was 15.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. See, see,
I remember
so,
Eagles Lodge.
that was 3 years ago?
So I'm like
The man doesn't age.
basically I'm like R. Kelly, and I've been getting him since before they got out of high school. What's up, big boy? So
I can see you back in the back corner.
what's-
Yeah, nice.
yeah,
Look at those guitar
yeah,
work. Look at
what's
that.
funny is my
You
dad.
are canceled
My dad,
now.
Mark Rowland, shouts to the grunge pappy there. My
Yeah,
dad
shout out
told
to
me
Mark. He's a
at
fucking
that
badass.
show that me and Brian would do a band someday, and it was like this prophetic thing, and I was like, whatever, you know. And then life happened for about 9 years, and me and Brian ended up working at a pizza shop, standing next to each other for several years, and he hadn't picked up a guitar in a long time. And I was doing like Sloan Moon at the time, and I just wanted to jam some other shit. I was also doing another band called Froskwatch, and I had a lot of songs that didn't like fit into that.
It was somebody else's.
In.
It was somebody else's. Yeah, did you fix that clip?
Well, like
Yes,
the,
I gotta
the
get into
Sloan
the mix.
project was
Yeah.
really cool. It was mostly just like Eric's writing stuff and us trying to give it legs, you know,
Yeah.
like musically or whatever. And sorry. And then Froskwatch was like a very
Frost Squatch.
So
I like it. I like the
so
old.
we were
they were
very
cool.
I just like the old
So
fucking
Froskwatch
random
is like
ass
this-
fucking
this
the
super-
old random ass. This guy knows what I'm talking
It's
about.
the super underground, like
They're always
super
cool.
group. So it's like this super group of doom, and I mean that because we played doom metal. Like so,
Except
it was,
for your
it was
singer.
me and
Fucking doom metal. What the
Grant
hell's doom
from
metal?
Pretend Friend on vocals.
Oh, yeah.
Bosun.
And
Yeah, no way.
originally it was just Jake Mitchell, who was the bass player in Sky Chief
Yep.
on guitar. And he was actually a ripper guitar player, even though he hates himself when he plays guitar because he's a bass player. Like respect to
He's
Jake
funny, man. I
Mitchell.
like Jake.
Yeah,
I mean,
for
they're both
sure.
guitars.
And our
Eventually
original
play
drummer
guitar.
was Andres from fucking
Soul Theory.
Solid, yeah.
Andres was our original drummer.
And also the original drummer for this band.
Well, you
so-
also have a nice lineage of good musicians that you've worked with. I mean, those are all people that are doing good bands. and
Dude,
good-
I watched the Froskwatch live and they were fucking badass, dude. They're loud as fuck and
So-
just heavy hitting. And you got Grant from Pretend Friend slaying it on vocals in front of a fucking stoner metal
There's
band.
like
oh, yes.
one recording of Froskwatch somewhere on like a band camp, and it's a live cut from Barleycorn. So it exists. Check it out. Whatever.
somewhere. Oh, it exists. Someone's got some recordings of that shit.
So but anyway, during that period, Brian and I started like actually sitting in a room and like jamming some, and I had been on his ass about it for a couple of years, so it was just a thing.
Yeah, I was a little like, well, yeah, man, we'll do it. And then you didn't
Yeah,
really
sure.
have that many intentions of actually doing it. I was a new dad at the time, so I didn't have a lot of time, or I didn't think I had a lot of time because of mom and
And
stuff.
you don't.
So
You don't for a while. You don't for a while.
You don't for a long time.
4 years
Until
before
you
you
discover
really.
Benadryl. And then it's
Yeah,
I mean,
the
anybody that's-
melatonin gummies are a godsend.
Well,
man.
anybody that's had kids knows that when you first have a kid, especially if it's your first one, when you fucking stumble around like a fucking idiot, and you're up every 2 hours for the first fucking 8 months, and you're a zombie, and then you really don't know what you're gonna get after that. So
Right, and you're doing that, and just imagine like the mom who's like breastfeeding, who has to be up even fucking more. So she's fucking like in pain from giving birth, and now she's tired. And
we
shit.
went out of breastfeeding after not too long. It's like fuck it, man. Just,
Oh, I forgot where we
Formula.
switched to formula. But anyway,
I usually get my kids after potty training, man. That's why.
yeah.
but
He buys them wholesale out of those weird, those they back up those weird boats.
A few extra steps.
Yeah. it's, way easier that way.
Nathan has more children than all of us. He's got 4. I'm a dad of 2.
I'm a dad of 2
Zane,
myself.
Zane's a dad of 2. I think Trevor has 2.
You guys, girls and boys. Everybody got girls and boys.
I'm all boys.
All
boys.
See, they don't know the struggle.
No, they don't.
But
I hear your
boys
struggle.
just break
I see
shit.
it on Facebook.
Boys,
I'm like,
boys just break shit.
It's
Women emotionally break you.
yes, they do, Austin.
Boys break
kind of
stuff.
tough.
Boys just break stuff. Like they come in and they're like, "This shit's
Piss
broken."
you off and challenge you.
There's a hole in the wall now.
But my
You
son
know-
is learning to patch those holes. by the
Yeah,
way.
so this is
Yeah.
a learning experience.
I go,
I'm
I
gonna
go,
learn.
all right.
You're gonna learn about spackle and drywall.
Well,
now.
I told him,
It's
and
a two-step process.
the son that they adopted was an at-risk kid that's been through a lot, and he's like, and he's maybe had some trouble with like video games and like had thrown some video games and like broke some shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
He
I
breaks
was like,
it.
damn, I'm glad I wasn't in the system because I done broke so many video game controllers when I was a kid.
Uh,
I didn't want to tell him.
I wanted
I didn't want
but
to
that
tell him.
means I
It's like
couldn't
that's
beat
kind
it.
of normal
Yeah.
behavior. Dude, I
Yeah,
broke-
it's not atypical for sure.
my parents weren't happy about it, but you know how that goes.
Well, the motherfuckers are $60 a pop.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, now
You know what I
they're
mean?
$60 a pop. You can't-
Come on.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
my
control-
son started
controllers
doing
now.
that shit when he was getting mad at the game and he wanted to throw it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's a Nintendo Switch,
Oh,
so
yeah.
you can't throw that whole motherfucker.
No,
like,
because the whole motherfucker.
I will
is
throw
the whole-
you.
Yeah, it's the whole motherfucker.
It's mine.
The whole motherfucker's the whole thing. I mean, that little screen is the whole shooting match. Which is cool.
I know. It's the
Yeah,
whole-
my son's got one too. So you were at a place kind of where you didn't think anything was going to happen because you were dealing with young kids. So.
No, Zane had he was like determined, and we got in a room. We were like hanging out. It was like a hanging out thing where we just jam and stuff, and then we'd like produce each other. Oh, here's my lick. He's like, what if you did this? And then he would do the same. Here's my lick, and I'm like, what if you did this? And we just started coming out with some fucking awesome shit. And then eventually we kind of had some songs, and Zane went out and actually got a drummer and found a singer through that drummer. Of course, those guys didn't work out.
Did you ever do any singing? Did you ever?
I do back up sometimes.
Just you sing a little bit. I didn't know if you ever sung in any other of your projects.
In I would say my second band. I'll call it my second band, and it was a nothing thing. I never made it to stage. I was the singer for that, just because we couldn't find a singer that was reliable. Like we got one singer through Craigslist.
Ooh,
So
those always work.
yeah. So I'm
100%.
like, he's cool,
My favorite.
Dude, I bet some really cool things have happened through Craigslist.
and he sounded
Some
like
great stories.
he sounded like a
also not really cool thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, some
he
guys.
sounded like Maynard. I'm like, hell yeah. So we're like, okay, you're in. And then he went to jail. And then
talent, is
yeah,
So he also played drums, is what you're saying.
no,
sing, count it,
He,
there, count that.
Completely off topic. Am I looking at Zach Harrington's old guitars right here? Like, because they look like Harrington's guitars. Like,
I don't know. Well, is he
just-
missing them
That one,
and or
maybe.
reported them
like
stolen?
the Gibson for sure, right?
Maybe.
Like, yeah. I know that. I know that guitar. Like,
Only
Yeah,
if they're
maybe.
not reported stolen. If they're-
Zach Harrington is one of my favorite guitarists in town.
I
fuck
don't
you,
know.
Zach Harrington.
Fuck you.
I don't know him.
Fuck you
Who is the man?
for being better than me.
Explain the man. Give him his props. I don't know the man.
Yeah, go ahead. man.
Zach Harrington is a ridiculous guitar player who plays in a really bitching
Sun and
stoner
Stone.
psychedelic band called Sun and Stone, and they've been ripping it up in our scene for a long time.
Oh,
So
yeah.
They're absolutely
have you heard
fucking amazing.
Sun and Stone, I thought was what Icy Collins and Thane called their project. I could be wrong.
Mm-mm.
No, that's One Stone.
Right.
That's my bad. Okay.
Yes.
Larry
Sun and
from
Stone, I
Snow
definitely heard
Child.
that.
It's
Got
Larry, and I believe it
Zach
has
Harrington,
Zach.
Paul DeSigli, right?
Yeah.
And then Eric Hudson,
Eric,
who's the drummer, who also plays in Dead Shoes, who's playing on 420 at Barleycorns. Fuck some 41.
And
But
make
he's
sure
one
you
of my
make it-
favorite
and
guitarists, man.
make
He's
sure you
he's
make it
a
out the
smart
Diaper
ass
Jam.
like I am, so we could just go back and forth with text. It's fucking
Excellent.
amazing.
Excellent. Yeah, no, I don't know if that's Zach's whole guitar, to be honest.
But yeah, there's a whole lot of
They both
fucking.
could be. I buy used guitars. So,
It just looks like your old Gibson, dude.
Zach
Oh, that's
ain't
a
gonna
totally
watch
fake
this.
Gibson, by the way.
That's why I
Totally
think
not
it's
real.
the one.
Is it?
Yeah, it's totally fake.
Okay, so there's like fake. What was it? Fake Gibson?
Yeah, yeah. So, man, this has been going on since the 70s. Okay, like you used to have badass guitars in the 70s. You'd have a Les Paul. You'd have some kick-ass Stratocaster or something, you know.
Mexican
and-
bass.
And some guy in
What?
Japan would buy like the coolest fucking guitars. You know, he'd spend $250,000 to buy this 1954 Gibson Les Paul. You know, and then they would go and take all the specs off of it and recreate it exactly, and they'd make it for like $6. You know what I mean? And
So how's that still not the same guitar if they recreate it exactly?
because
They spent
there's-
$6 making it.
yeah, there's little things like I can always tell a fake Gibson from the
Well, then
bind-
you didn't recreate it. You just made a shittier version of it.
Well, you
Well,
might
yeah,
not
and-
be spending all the money on all the
And
parts.
then
You
you're
know what I
selling
mean?
it as the real deal.
Right.
So I mean that sounds like a flea market guitar is what we're talking about here.
Yeah, and that one in particular, like it's been re-gutted. It's like got new nice pots in it and stuff like that. And
You can make a good
It's-
guitar out of it.
yeah, it's been redone. And that one plays fucking amazing. It sounds great. There's like Epiphone pickups in it, but it still sounds great. Like, yeah, I love that guitar, and it cost me $200. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, dude, my Gibson.
Sounds like we should start making fucking knockoff guitars. Is there a market for this?
Oh,
totally
yeah,
market.
dude.
I buy them. I don't give a shit.
I'm saying, dude, like my guitar is a Gibson, and I think it was about $600 when I bought it, and it has those humbucker pickups, and it's just so dirty and
Like
nasty.
the 490s,
P90s.
P90s.
Yeah.
Oh, I love P90s.
Yeah. So,
P90s are my babies, man. I
yeah,
love that.
Well,
putting
tell us
that
what the
through a
fuck that is. We
PV
don't
head,
know what
through
the
a
hell that is.
Marshall cab, and
What's
stuff.
a P90?
And they're
What
like,
is it?
why does your guitar sound like a Fender? I'm like, I don't know.
The single coils. P90s are single coil. I don't know, humbuckers that are big soap bar looking humbuckers.
Yeah.
man, but
Yeah,
it's
Yeah, I
still a
totally
single-
understand it now.
Still a single coil.
Single, a little
I
single
love it,
coil
though.
humbucker. That really. Now I know.
Well, a humbucker bucks hum, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, bucks hum. It does that by. Oh god, like, this is going to be a super boring episode if we go through all this.
All right, yeah. Okay, let's
Nerd
move on.
alert,
Let's move on.
music nerds.
Let's talk
They're all
about,
fucking music nerds.
Sum 41 and how they're the most terrible thing that has ever happened.
There
to
is
this planet.
there actually is a petition to boycott that show, and no one will ever go to the wave again.
Yeah, contact Brian St. Peterson.
Yeah, we'll organize our boycott. We'll
Yeah.
start a union.
Yeah. We're all
Oh,
going to
what-
make signs.
Well, I mean, yeah, we're gonna all, well, we can't. Well, none of us can stand
Don't
out.
suck your own dick, please. Don't
None
do
of us
that.
can stand out there that day because we'll all have our own shows that we're doing. But
Mhm. Yeah, there's so many other better shows,
yeah,
isn't there?
you should definitely come out to Bourbon Street on the 420 and check
Yeah.
out Diaper Jam.
Diaper Jam. That'll be going on early, so you can still make it out to Barleycorns for
Yeah.
Cradle.
By the time it's done, you're done with us. You can even come see us. We'll be sitting there talking shit at the Diaper Jam, and then you can actually even make it out to Barleycorns.
I
for
don't know,
our
dude. We
show.
got backstage passes to Sum 41, so I don't
Fuck
know
you.
I mean, we do.
What you
I
doing
understand why
backstage?
Brian came in here really
No,
mad at
dude.
Sum 41.
they said something about bring your own pillow. I mean, I don't know if I can understand what it is.
Bring less ribs. You know?
Yeah. Everybody bring their ribs, and they're going to be a barbecue. And
Wouldn't it be really odd if like it was ribs was like the catering thing? You'd be like,
Yeah.
holy
And they're like,
shit.
I don't need
Shit,
this.
They saw the show.
It's like, all right, is this human ribs? I mean, this is.
Like, I don't want to eat these.
So, but you guys got shows going on for that, and you guys can make sure that you get a shout out to your lead singer who's not currently here. We don't know if he's going to make it or not, but give him a shout out before we get
Having a surgery on his ribs, apparently.
Yeah.
Our boy
Couldn't
Trevor
make it
Rickett.
tonight.
Aaron is the gift that keeps on giving tonight, everybody.
It's our boy Trevor Rickett. He's currently having a couple of ribs removed. That's why he couldn't be here.
Yeah, that's a painful process.
Yeah,
Unrelated, really.
it's gonna take a while.
Yeah, we love that dude. He's been a big fixture in the local scene.
No,
here
he's
for
been
a
around
long
for a
time.
Yeah,
long time,
formerly a lead singer of Parallax, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So he's been around for a hot
Trigger
minute.
effect.
Trigger Effect before that.
Yeah, I mean,
I've been boys.
I remember seeing him. He's got a twin brother, doesn't he, or a brother?
Oh,
they're
it
not
could
twins,
pass
but
as a
they do.
twin.
They look very much. There's no question they're related.
I've seen. They look like twins to me. Let's just call them twins and see what happens.
Well, yeah,
That's fair.
He's
his
not here.
brother- yeah, he plays guitar in Parallax currently.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Travis is his
Okay.
name.
Just returned, I believe.
Yeah, who Parallax
back.
just returned.
Trevor and Travis.
And I want to shout out Jason Catlett. Okay, so we got a
Yeah.
single
good.
coming out
Huge fan of the
What a
show.
very
badass.
soon. The goal is to release it in April. It's called Failing the Fake. And we got this recorded with Magnitude Creative. And so that's Jason Catlett. And Jason Catlett is a motherfucking badass when
Yeah.
it comes to
Yeah, he's
fucking
great.
Hey, shout out to
engineering.
Jason. Shout out to Jason. Go back and
Much
if you
love
want
to
to
Yeah,
know
buddy.
who he is, go back. He's been on a few shows too as well. He's great.
Mhm.
So failing the fake.
Yes, well, Trevor named the song. So there's only so much justice I can say when talking about, what that means. But
Open to interpretation. I like to think.
yeah, that's one thing I like about his lyrics is because he kind of writes it in a kind of a grunge style. So it very profound words, but it means what it means to you.
Open to interpretation.
Yeah, he's told me what it means, but I'm just gonna leave that alone.
Yeah,
you know?
well, the more fun.
Safer
I
that
think the
way.
more fun is. It is fun to eventually know what the artist and who wrote the lyrics really were thinking when they wrote it. But it is also fun to let those things have legs. Let them run. Let them let you find your meaning in whatever that lyric was. And maybe we didn't mean it that way, but it means something to you that meant something more.
Maybe you
So-
can
so
start
like,
a rumor that starts surgeries.
yeah.
Start surgeries or
Yeah.
getting lap dances from your mother.
And then
you
all of
know?
a sudden, everybody's hanging over at the waist, boiling themselves.
The gang acts.
Nothing against the wave. Okay. Nothing against the wave. I love the wave. I would like to perform at the wave. It's just
Well, that
that
ship
Sum
sailed now,
41
buddy.
should never
Yeah.
fucking play anywhere.
Would you have been mad if Snoop Dogg would have rolled into town on 420?
Well, no, because that's not our crowd.
Sucks on dick off.
I mean, I don't
It's the
feel.
dog father.
Yeah, I don't feel
Can't
like.
be mad at him.
Yeah, you can't be mad. I mean,
Especially on 420. It's his holiday.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I feel like we should cancel our show at that point.
yeah. If
Out
if
of
the
respect.
dog
It's
father
like,
was coming in,
can
man,
we
exactly.
open for Snoop Dogg?
Right. It's like Santa Claus coming to town at that point. You have to.
Yeah.
See?
So
Am
Brian,
am I wrong?
No, you're not.
I'm never
You're
wrong.
not
I'm
You're
never
not
wrong. I'm
Walter.
always
You're
right.
just
I'm
an
always
asshole.
right, Austin.
Not gonna lie, I've really only heard the hits, so I can't really.
Because
what
I
are
know
the hits? I can't fucking think of it.
Well, that you can't think of it as enough.
I can't think of the name of.
That's
any
enough
damn
of the
song.
argument.
Fat Lip.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's
You said it, I thought we were
actually
joking.
play a little Sum 41 on the
Oh
show.
God.
how fucking dare you? We're like promoting their show more than mine.
Funny thing is, it's already queued up. It's yeah.
I just actually want to. I actually just got to
Yep.
know one of the hits because
Yep.
I thought it was on.
In Too Deep.
I don't fucking know.
Dude, you know this. You know these songs. It comes out in a month.
Oh
that
wait.
Brian's in a fucking Sum 41 cover band,
No,
and he's just
no.
mad because he was.
Yeah.
No, hey,
Yeah,
this
he's
is
back
starting to
and he
make
couldn't get the
sense.
backstage.
Fat Lip, In Too Deep. I'm starting to see where the fans.
Yeah.
are
coming
doing
up with
this,
this.
are throwing that shit back.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Is there one in there called like Man Gravy or something, or like
gotta
Dribble
be.
on my
You
chin?
fucking wish.
It's all inside my
you'd
mouth.
Be there. You would be there.
Dribble on my chin. It's a whole thing. It's like a-
I missed you.
My eye hurts. My eye
jeez.
burning.
Oh, Jesus. So, but other than your 420 show, which go to both of those shows and boycott Sum 41. We love Wave. You can't call them the Wave because that's not actually the fucking name of that place,
It's
which
not
is
the
weird.
Ukraine.
Yeah,
It's not the America.
yeah, but you have it's really called Wave. It's not the Wave. Like I get it right about 60-40.
You know, you get it wrong about 60-40. But
Bro,
You get it wrong and then you correct yourself. So I don't know if that counts. I don't think it counts.
So that puts him on the
It's gotta even out
60-40
somehow.
upturn.
So 50-50 then
Doesn't
probably.
count.
I say it twice usually in time when I mention them. So I fuck it up the first time, fix it the second time.
First time to get
we're running
correction.
50-50.
That's what I'm saying.
But yeah, fuck that place. I mean, they ain't even got.
But yeah, we have other shows coming up.
Yeah, let's promote those.
So this show airs the Thursday next week, right?
That would be a Thursday following this one. Whatever that
Okay,
would be.
so if you're watching this episode on the day that it airs, we have a show tomorrow.
There you go.
So it's our return show, and it's at Kirby's.
That's quick math. I like that.
Oh, I already did the math before I
The
came.
March,
Great, it's got-
March 22nd show.
March 22nd. It's at Kirby's. We are playing a no rules fucking show, and it's a bands of different genres, and they're like some of the best bands of those genres. We're playing with Vehicles.
Wait,
We're playing with Pretend Friend,
nice.
and then opening is singer-songwriter Santia Soul.
Is there a chance to have a Frost Squatch reunion since we got Grant there? And we can just maybe.
Zane.
We'll just never know.
We'll have to show up and find out, won't we?
Well, we could start a random
We have a
rumor.
guitarist in Texas, so maybe not.
Well, I mean,
Yes.
everybody fucking plays guitar. Brian's right here.
Yeah, right.
Do I?
Brian's in. Brian is willing to join every band. That you,
If you need a guitarist, it would also.
you need a guitar.
I'm just a
Brian's
slut.
number.
I'm
Yeah,
just a
hit us up.
slut, everybody. They've all been begging for it.
and
anyway.
that's a make sure you tip your band. Make sure it's a free show, so make sure that you tip all the bands over there at Kirby's on that show. And that's like he said, that is March 22nd. Show starts at 7:00, and then
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys got your April 20th show.
Yes,
Go to-
420. Fuck some 41.
Yeah, and
Fuck 'em.
and fuck kids too. You don't even like trying to get diapers. He's gonna be
I'm
watch
just,
next week.
I didn't know about Diaper Jam when I
watch
booked that.
watch next week. He's gonna be hating on our show. He's
Yeah,
gonna, he's gonna
fuck Aaron. Fuck
guys-
Austin.
Those guys sitting there.
Fuck
promoting
diapers,
fucking
fuck
diapers,
children.
yeah.
fuck the Wichita Foundation
The
for
goal is
Children.
to get a hate song written about us after the end of the show.
That is going to be the clip they keep right there. Is Brian St. Peterson saying "fuck children"? That's going to be the clip.
Oh no!
That
Oh
makes
my
it.
God.
Yeah, right there, dude.
Uh,
That's how it is.
We can make
The
a
rest of
t-shirt
it
out
doesn't
that.
matter,
We'll
but
make a
that's
t-shirt
it.
out of
You know.
Dude.
But that I mean,
Social suicide.
but again, it's going to be one of those days where April 20th is going to be a bomb day to enjoy local music. So what we're really saying is, if you got
Get out and enjoy the
if you
holiday,
if you
man.
just absolutely love Sum 41, good luck to you. But other than that, come out to Diaper Jam all day at Bourbon Street, then head on over to fucking Barleycorns for that show. I mean, pretty much every fucking great band that is in
Everywhere you're
town
gonna go it's
is
gonna be
at those two shows, really.
And
You got-
not
you-
even just those two shows. Shamrock has a great show.
Nobody trying to mention another show.
Kirby's
Goddamn, Brian.
has a great show. I just don't want anyone to go to Sum 41. Go to an actually good show. Support local, because like our 420 show, it's not just about local bands. We got local art vendors.
Oh, see.
We're sponsored by a local business
I
as
like it
well.
when arts and music.
Yeah, we got Farley Charwell
take-
and Sophie Emerson
Beautiful.
selling their art, displaying their art. Farley's going to do some live painting and shit.
Hell yeah.
We're sponsored by
That's a Farley.
yeah, he's a fucking
I
badass.
love
Yeah, I
Farley.
love Farley, man.
Shout out to Farley.
And 42 Degrees Below is sponsoring us as well. I know they're sponsoring
Yeah,
Diaper
bad-
Jam,
well,
but they
they're
got
badass
us
sponsors.
too.
Well, they will actually be blowing glass at Diaper Jam.
Well, they gave us gift cards.
They will be
Right.
live on site. They were actually on a. If you want to hear more about that, we actually did a show with them last night, 2 nights ago.
2 nights ago.
2 nights ago, we talked
Wasn't
about.
last
We, was it 2 nights ago?
They're very easygoing
Monday.
people.
Yeah, we love 42 Below.
Mhm.
So yeah, so you guys got that show, and then you guys got a May 18th show that I really want to talk about because you're doing another tribute show for Jason Wynn.
Mhm.
So what's
Yeah.
going on there?
I'm gonna let them talk about this one.
Because that's our boy, man. That's my man.
So-
Jason Wynn is a godfather of this show. We love him.
So when I was a very young man, like 11 years old, I was in a taekwondo class with Jason Wynn.
I'll bet.
With our Sensei Dan was Joel Coopersmith. So I've known Jason for a long, long time, and it's not something that's like, like me and him would just dap up, and it's not a thing. But I'm very happy to be booked on that show, and it means a lot to me personally. So
well, he's a great man. What you love?
Did you say did some like crazy shit?
I
Like,
mean-
in martial arts.
Well, the thing is, and I'm going to let you have it back. The thing is, what I love about this is my favorite thing about Jason Wynn, is every time you meet a new friend of Jason Wynn, you get a whole new group of stories about Jason Wynn that you didn't know about. So go ahead.
like I knew Jason when he was like like very young. You know, he was in his 20s and a very young man, but he was still super cool and super chill, and he had very like a lot of conversations with me about the philosophical side of martial arts, which had great impact.
He was
on
real
me as a
fucking
man.
heady, man. I mean, anybody that does martial arts gets, you know, you get a little bit of different space when you do that shit.
Aside from that, I mean, he showed me Metallica for the first time, like properly in a car.
Which album though?
So he showed me Master of Puppets. The first
There you go.
dude
Okay.
I ever listened to Master of Puppets with
Bet.
was Jason Wynn, just for the record, with a partner of ours called named sorry. The whiskey is kicking in.
Don't let it happen again.
Hey, man.
No guarantees.
Dude, there's never a more realer experience than those like car experiences you
Like,
had when you were a kid.
Jason was super real. Like the first time I listened to Time by Anthrax was Jason in a car. I mean, you know, just like going to taekwondo and shit. Like those guys are all cool with my dad, and it's just part of the people that I know, you know, and so many people know Jason, and he's just a really positive and big influence on a lot of people. So.
Well, and you said almost my favorite word at the end of that is he was nothing but a positive influence in every motherfucking person's life that I've ever talked to. Like he's one of those like friend testers for me. There's people that in life that you meet that have a light inside of them that is different from most, and nobody hates them. And when you find, and those people are the greatest people to have around, because then if you find some weird jerk off that's like, man, I really don't like Jason Wynn, you're like, all right,
And fuck you.
then fuck you, buddy.
We found the asshole.
Yeah, like exactly.
What
Like,
did you do?
They're like asshole testers. You know what I mean? Like there's, I mean,
Yeah,
Aaron, you're semi that. I mean, you got a lot of love, and it's, you know, asshole testers are fun when someone's like,
Yeah, but I can be an asshole.
well, but when there's a really a person that really like, that's a dude that was working hard for everybody, like pretty much all the time. Even as a door guy, when I met him at the Lizard Lounge and working, then as he moved over to working at Elbow Room and then started promoting shows and then started doing his own thing here and there, he never had an angle and never was a dick to you about it for no reason.
Right.
Like you're like there's people that get into those weird little pockets of power, and especially in the music industry, and get this weird vibrato about them that's really kind of annoying to deal with. And he was never that way, man. Nothing but pleasant things with Jason. He always offered opportunity to us, especially this Aaron and Austin show. So, but we got none but love for Jason. So, make sure that that show, that what's going on with that show. Who's all in that one? We got May 18th at Barleycorns too.
So it is
Sky to Skies, and then the New Imperialism is getting back together.
Oh wow,
Nice,
that's cool.
Nice, and you guys too as well.
Yeah, us too.
And you guys are the headliner of that show.
No, it's New Imperialism, and they're gonna fucking wreck shit.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
We're just happy to be
because
invited
they
and
broke up. Like
participate.
I had them booked on Dead Fest, not this past one, but the one before it, and they broke up right before the show happened. I had them as a headliner on the day one for Dead Fest, and Kevin Christopher Ives, he messaged me. He's like, I'm so sorry, we can't do this. We lost.
Shit happens.
Yeah, there was a problem.
I mean,
and
it
I'm not
always
going to
got-
tell their business.
I
but-
mean, you're always, even when somebody has something legitimate, you're always like, God damn it. But
yeah,
you-
I know.
Well, still sucks.
Like you were my
Yeah.
headliner.
First of all, you go, good, and then you go, I understand.
Yeah,
It sucks for everybody, man. Like it sucks for them too. to
It
have to
sucks for
cancel
them
like
the
that.
worst.
That sucks. Yeah,
It sucks for them the worst.
Nobody's ever stoked to have to cancel.
yeah, ever.
Is it 5/18? Is that the right date? 5/18.
May 18th.
Yeah.
you're right.
May 18th is the flyer I saw.
So just for the record, it's going to be Suits and Ties and Reckless Abandon. So I'm really stoked to see fucking New Imperialism. So
What's the Suits and Ties?
Is that the theme? We all going to
They
show
wear
up
suits
in?
and ties when they
yeah.
rock, so.
Oh, they do.
They always
Oh,
do.
bet.
And we just might. But the thing is, there's a thing that
I
happens
tell
when I
you-
wear a tie.
Well, I tell you, can I say one
Uh-huh.
thing? Can I say one thing? How many people that play with Waze Oblique don't feel like stepping their shit up a little bit? Because Waze Oblique put a fucking
They
outfit
dress
on.
out. They dress.
They come out with an
They do.
outfit
They
for
do.
you a little bit, don't they?
Well, they're stylish. They're fashionable.
where-
you know, it's a different type of.
It's a different type of
vibe.
music too.
They
but
inspired
still.
us at the CD release show that we played with them. They inspired us all to get snazzed up too.
Wear
they'll-
different suits, man.
They'll make you go, man.
wear jumpsuits or
I should
wetsuits or
Step it up a
something."
little.
Well, it's kind of
Maybe I get a haircut.
because I tend to come from bands that like to put on like shows with like makeup and
Yellow
costumes
King.
and stuff.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
were you in Yellow
I
King?
was in Yellow King.
Loved Yellow King.
Yeah, I didn't know that half the people didn't realize that was a reference to the first True Detective season.
We love crap.
I think it's more of a
HP Lovecraft,
coincidence
really?
that it's a
Yeah.
reference. It was
Oh, yeah.
more. It was the initial thing was more like a shamanism thing. It's a whole rabbit hole.
Okay, yeah, well,
Try not to fall into.
yeah, save that for the weird podcast you do on Mondays when
Save
you're
that.
like,
We'll put it behind a paywall or something.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Yeah,
takes into the
but,
rabbit
like,
holes.
I find like seeing bands that like to do that tends to like inspire me to want to do that kind of stuff too. So like we did the CD release show with them, and we thought it'd be cool to we'd all get suits and stuff too.
I love
We
anybody.
sure did.
I like anybody that makes me go, yeah, I could step my game up a bit.
So I'm
Right,
going to
right.
mention
It's
one
good. It's
thing
good to
about
have-
that show because we dressed up for 2 shows last year. One for Matt Ballar's wedding, and then we played our final show of the year.
Shouts to Matt Ballard.
Oh, we love you, Matt.
Matt Ballard,
Matt, big time.
Kelly
Live.
Holder. I was just here at Freya Fest
Yeah,
a
you
few
were
days
here.
ago.
You weren't here Friday.
I was here Friday.
You come
I
say
saw
hi.
the back of your head, but
Yeah, you
I brought my kids. It was all ages.
Yes,
you know.
and come up and say hi. I've only did 8 hours of podcast.
You're a big dude, you know. Like
I was only up here for 8 hours. Brian couldn't come say hi. That's fine. That's
That's a
cool.
I was slapping him on his ass.
He was trying to
Are your ribs
save
all
it
there?
for the podcast.
Yeah. Okay.
It's smart though, kind of a little bit. I mean, fair enough if he's coming on in a week.
That night when we played with Wazay Oblique and we all dressed up, man. So there was this guy who kept just what's the word
Was he sitting in your passenger seat when you went home?
when people fuck with people playing on stage?
Heckling.
Yeah, he was heckling the fuck out of us, and it doesn't really.
Not saying something.
I'll be heckling, wouldn't it?
You have to be
Well-
talking to
Oh,
be
really?
heckling.
which
kind of one of
which
those-
doesn't really work with us because we're gonna throw it back at you tenfold. But
I was
like,
gonna say, did you kick him in the face?
so
It's kind of like he,
That's step one. I mean,
he came on early like with like this sort of like overly sweet, friendly like attitude, wanting to help and stuff.
Mm.
Insisted.
So
on
he
helping.
was
bait
drunk.
and
He was
switch.
drunk early.
I feel like he was probably drunk. early.
Yeah,
they
he's
bait
drunk.
and switch.
Yeah.
That's just a drunk dude.
And then, like-
that's just when a guy's real helpful and then he's a dick. He just got drunker.
Yeah, well, you know, you pregame before you go.
He
to the
sure
show,
did.
obviously. But
That wasn't me. That
it's-
was not
it's,
me.
It's just one of those dudes who's like, you could tell he's not actually nice. He's not actually nice. He's just, and as the night goes on, he's just being a jerk.
Well, you're
and-
already seeing anybody with any perceptions going, this guy's gonna be a fucking problem.
Well-
God damn it.
Well, he probably walks in going like, "All right, man. If I help the band out a little bit, I might get a little extra time from being a dick." You know what I mean? Like maybe it washes out.
But the
equals
thing
out
is, yeah,
somewhere here.
some
Asshats
dudes
have a weird
get
agenda, man.
fucking
Yeah.
drunk and they get a little
It's
cocky.
just boundary.
Dude,
issues,
asshats have a
Yeah.
weird agenda.
So
Yeah, I go to shows to watch the fucking show. I don't go
Yeah,
to
I
like
like
the
right,
video.
he wanted to be involved, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Get your own attention like every middle child.
Start your
okay?
own fucking band.
So like,
Yeah.
so to his effect, he's talking about boundary issues. We are done playing. So Wazay Oblique is headlining. They're playing. I'm outside, and this guy, the same guy, allegedly came up to me and allegedly he's like, "Hey, let me have your tie."
Let me have your finger.
The drunk guy
And-
who's just entitled.
Oh,
to
that is
have
right.
whatever
that
he
is a bit of a
wants
weird way to
from you.
open a conversation.
Let me have
Yeah,
your
like he
pinky.
wanted to make a joke or something. He wanted to use my tie as a prop or some shit like that. I was a little disoriented, allegedly. And I'm like, "Oh no, man. I don't want to do any of that." I tried really fucking hard on that tie to fucking tie it, dude. I looked up YouTube shit.
He was asking in the
And-
group chat.
Yeah. And there's like 8
Like,
different
is it-
ways to fucking
what's-
tie that motherfucker.
What's funny is his head went to
I
3
can't
different
tie
ways.
it though.
He's like his head went,
Is-
his head as a straight man went first. I work way too hard to tie this tie. There's no
Yeah,
way you can
so
have it.
I'm not fucking taking it off for you. All right.
He's like,
But he
I
was-
watched videos to make
he
this
was-
tie work.
Yeah, but this dude was insistent on having it. And I guess I was just being too nice. I'm just like, no, I think I'm gonna keep it, you know. And he's just being really
It's
insistent.
mine. I mean, it's
So-
mine, so I'm gonna keep this thing.
Zane allegedly
You guys went home later?
came out
Choke him out with that.
and he's
thing.
like, he allegedly said, "Go ahead."
A lot of
Go
people
ahead.
don't know that I am the actual public relations attaché
"Oh,
for Witch Cradle.
you
And
would
if
have been
wanna
my
get
first
a
pick."
picture with
Yeah,
Brian.
yeah.
I'm your man. I mean, come right up next to him
Do you have
and
some
get real
available in the
close,
backpack, or do we
and get like
Tell
uncomfortably
Tell
close.
me which article of
like
clothing you would
I mean
and,
yeah, right.
yeah,
And
well,
I got you because as his public relations attaché,
I feel like you got headshots in your backpack. If you
I
need
will
them.
absolutely take your picture.
Yeah.
I will get a nice framed
that's really
up
nice of you. That's really
picture
cool.
of you, and it will be one and done, and we'll print it, and it's no problem.
And he will.
It's 100%.
He'll clean
I
your
feel like
clock
you've
for
got.
you.
I feel like he's got every
no problem.
I feel like he's one of them dudes that got every picture he's ever taken. You know them guys that they don't delete a picture. They got every
Yeah.
picture they've.
Yeah.
You know,
Allegedly.
don't
There's
we?
4
all,
terabyte hard drive.
do we
full of
all not
shit.
know great photographers? We have a great photographer.
Shouts to Matt Jensen's feet.
Oh,
see,
He has the most beautiful feet that he shows
I
for
got
free.
pictures of his feet
Does
from
he
the
have
stage.
Drummer for
From the
Daikini,
can we?
Midwest Drum,
Does he have an
Twist
OnlyFans?
shirts.
Does he have an OnlyFans page that we could pimp? That
That's
we should-
only feet.
No, he's
I'm
a
I'm
slut.
trying to
He's
convince
free.
him.
Yeah, I mean, if you got good feet, go ahead. You
Yeah.
know? But I will say that we all know tons of great photographers. We work
Yeah.
in the business. Some of them take great pictures, but we all know that some photographers, they got every fucking photo.
Some of them work the
Have
front
they
door.
ever taken?
Yeah, that's something about, and you almost have to say it a little like they have every photo that they've ever.
Yeah, like
So
oh my god.
some of them
cringe.
delete their projects when they're done and move on, and they're but some of them still got that picture from when you were a senior.
Closets full of hard
Well,
drives.
yeah, we got
Yeah, dude.
plenty
They
of
got them
fucking-
motherfuckers, bro.
Yeah. 4
I will
terabyte hard
shout out
drive
to
stuff, so-
Dirty Boats and Daniel Scott Films.
Yeah, Daniel
Those are
Scott
two of my
Films.
favorite.
Those are two of my favorites, and
He's
I'll
right
even
next door, man.
and I'll even lump Brandon Voigt vote into this as well.
Yeah.
But though all three of them are really great photographers. So as we're wrapping this up, make sure let's tell everything, Rich Cradle. Where can we find everything? Where can we find your music? Where can we find the new single coming? And we'll run through all of the shows.
Where can we
coming up.
find your social media? Because that's a super
My
fun
personal
ride
social
right
media?
there. Yeah,
yeah.
that's a
Oh,
fucking
God.
fun ass ride.
You can lose
Well,
days.
I mean, everybody's got their shit.
I'm
and their
single,
shit.
so I'm bored. So I cause problems.
Yeah. Hey, me and Brian got the same shit. We both got like a band that we deal with, and that's pretty
We're
business
still
like.
watching out for him.
And then we just talk shit on our other one.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's always a good time.
So you could find us on Facebook, obviously, and Instagram, _Cradle. We got a Twitter, but I don't fucking use it. Yeah, fuck
Twitter's
X.
for porn.
Sorry, X. My
It
bad.
is
Fuck.
become the
man.
porn platform.
Uh.
The new Tumblr.
That's why we do need to get more involved in it, so we can start posting or like
Yeah,
ribless
big booty
adventures
holes.
while
I get
listening
reserved
to
the Yellow
some
King OnlyFans.
41 and then trapped and get a lap dance from our mother.
It's
Well,
my
you,
goal.
what you
Shout
what
out
you
to
do,
Rick James Macy.
what you do is play Sum 41 a bunch
Oh
of
my
limpies,
God.
so nobody's getting off on it.
It's my goal to get photos of Brian with just a tie on.
Only a tie
He has that.
because you'll never take it.
We already know first and foremost that picture exists. If it's out in the ether, it's happened. We've all learned that as people.
We will make it happen.
There is a Brian picture with just a tie on, and that he has. He's one of those photographers that got every picture.
Not a
Yeah.
wasted pixel.
Not a wasted. He's looked in every crevice on here. Well, but anyway. So but let's make sure that everybody gets out to the March 22nd show. That's going to be a day after this airs. So get out and make sure you check that show out. We got the April 20th show. That's at Barleycorns, and you guys have the May 18th, the Jason Wynn at Barleycorns. That's a tribute show helping
Couldn't be a better
everything
cause,
together.
man.
So
Oh, yeah.
Rest in power.
yeah, rest in power to Jason Wynn. Everybody fucking loves Jason Wynn, or get the fuck out of here. In my
Yeah.
opinion. So
Kick rocks.
And still, what's the best social media to get with you guys?
Facebook.
Facebook.
Facebook. It still is the most fun.
It is the best circus.
I mean,
It is
your
the best for
OnlyFans,
millennials and up.
your OnlyFans is still the most lucrative. I'm
Brian
sure.
thinks
I will
Peterson is a goddamn menace, and you just have to look out for whatever the fuck he's doing. So he's like Dennis the Menace.
Don't piss
mixed
him
with-
off on social
mixed
media.
with Shawn
apparently,
Michaels, so
like
just
that
look at-
fucking blows up.
There is a bit of the Shawn Michaels. I see it.
He's kind of a sexy boy.
Well, I think I'm cute.
Yeah.
But
He's the
I know I'm
heartbreaker.
sexy.
He's the heartbreaker.
He is on
that's-
his heel already.
oh,
He's
that's
definitely on his
Feeling cute. Might
Oh,
delete
that
later.
is-
Might delete
That is fucking
later.
amazing. Hey, this has been a fun one. We really appreciate Witch Cradle coming in. Make sure you get out to all those shows, especially after you get out to our show first.
Rock the Cradle of Witch.
And so,
Don't be bitch made.
who
Listen
came up,
to Witch Crade. Okay, I'm gonna show myself out now.
who came up with the name?
Okay, so Brian was like, let's be Witch's Cradle. And I'm like, well, that sucks. So let's make it singular. And then that's how we came up with the name.
So Witch Cradle.
Yeah.
So the Witch's Cradle is something that they did in the
Viking,
Salem
yeah.
witch trials. Okay, I'll explain myself before I show myself out. So I was looking up the shit that they did to people during the Salem witch trials. So if you were accused of being a witch, you were put in a bag and hung upside down by your ankles from a rope from a tree, and you were swung back and
A
forth.
burlap sack.
Well, I feel like if you're witch enough, you could get out of that, right?
Well,
I'd
this
be
is-
like, I'd be upside down for 30 minutes. I'd be like, I'm obviously not a witch. Untie me.
But you only know that they're not a witch when they die.
It basically means forced acid trip.
yeah, they don't die. It's just like the sensory deprivation. They're like swinging them back and forth on this rope, and they're like, ha, ha, ha.
And you're like,
Like-
this would be a
like
great
laughing.
band name.
For days.
Yeah.
I actually,
Just to get them to confess
was
that
on
they're a
something
witch.
named-
There was no harm done.
I actually think the entire Salem witch trials was based on ergot poisoning
Oh, yeah.
from bad rye.
You can't
So
say
we've all-
smart things on the internet, dude.
Oh,
we've
Nobody,
all-
nobody knows what you're talking about.
I've seen that.
Yeah,
I've seen that.
Which brings us back to Brian's social media. So,
Yes. Public
There-
relations.
There was little to no alcohol consumed during this whole entire episode.
yeah, this is all water and tea.
Yeah. So I ain't gonna lie to you. One of our favorite bands, cool ass fucking band. If you like heavy metal, get out to watch everything that's.
We're not heavy metal.
Come on, tell us what it is. Doom
No.
funk rock.
Yeah.
You're gonna fucking go on
We
this
kind of
thing.
play whatever happens.
Okay, so we're rooted.
14
We're
stone
rooted in
on the-
grunge, new metal, and desert rock.
You know how hard that is to
Desert
put in a
rock.
description
But
of
we
a
branch
podcast?
out to fucking everything.
Good talk.
God damn it.
Dude, I don't even know how to put that on a t-shirt. We're the doomiest, metalist, grungiest, zoomiest.
Desert rock means that there's
Brian
cactus
actually
on
lets me
stage,
write
right?
songs. So
Does
that's,
the
what, that's,
desert-
that's what's wrong with our band.
Well, desert rock means that you
That's
don't
totally
serve
what's wrong with
water.
our
You don't
band.
serve
It was
water at
written
your
by
shows.
lizards. It was written
No,
by
no.
We are
lizards.
petition
I've
water
heard.
and
I've
some
heard.
41.
If desert rock means you don't serve water at the shows, you got to suffer.
No fucking water.
No, you have to suffer.
And you turn the heat up.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Desert rock, zoom
It's
metal.
required.
Bet.
I mean, I don't know. I mean,
New-
there's so many.
new-
I learned
metal.
something new every day, guys. I mean,
Vibes
all
based.
that. I mean, it's hard to fit on the back of a t-shirt, but if you want to get out and watch,
I mean, we're working at it.
if you want to get out and get your fucking ears blown off by a cool fucking band, let's put it like that, because they'll be hip to that. If you want to get out and get your fucking ears blown off and watch the
put
Roof
the
of
sound
Body,
waves in your ear holes.
Witch
Mhm.
Cradle's one of our favorites as far as ones that put it down. They put it down for real. So get out and check them out on all their shows.
They put it
coming up.
down and they don't pick it up again.
They don't pick it up. It's too
Put it
fucking
down.
hot.
It's so
too
far
hot.
down now.
Yes.
After I
Kicked out of recess because we don't play.
fucking drilled it
Yeah,
down.
yeah, we don't fucking need it.
Aaron and Austin Main Show.